1993, in the town of West Memphis, Arkansas, a teenager was given the death penalty, all because he wore all black and liked to listen to Metallica. It all started when three 8-year-old boys, Stevie Branch, Michael Moore, and Christopher Byers, went missing. Went out for a bike ride one afternoon, but never came back home. The next day, they were found in a drainage ditch, naked, hogtied from their feet to their ankles, and their genitalia mutilated. So you have this very tiny, very religious town terrified and grieving the loss of three boys, putting an immense pressure on police to find out who did this fast. But get this, instead of actually investigating the scene, they immediately thought that it was some satanic cult sacrifice. You see, this was the 90s. And the whole country was paranoid that devil-worshipping teens were flooding the nation. So police would narrow in on 18-year-old Damien Echols, some kid who just wore all black all the time, read Stephen King, loved Metallica, and was into Wicca, a pagan religion. He literally fit the part of a satanic worshiper. But it just gets so much worse because they would just bring in his friends. One of his friends who was just 17 years old named Jesse. You see, Jesse had an IQ of around 70, qualifying him to be mentally disabled. And police would interrogate this poor kid for 12 hours. No parents, no lawyers, no actual adult with him, but only record 46 minutes of the entire interrogation. And by the end of it, he confesses to everything, but he gets the time of day wrong, the dates wrong, how the kids were tied up wrong. Everything was wrong in his confession. You can literally hear it in the tape of the police actually feeding him the answers and correcting his own answers. There was no DNA, no fingerprints, no blood, no actual physical evidence tying these two boys and their other friend that was accused to this crime. But they got convicted anyways. Damien was given the life penalty and the two others were given life in prison. And the worst part about this is the actual person was never caught. You see, that same night, there was a person who went to Bojangles just a few miles away from the crime scene around the same time that the boys were supposedly murdered, who was covered in blood and mud, leaving it all over the bathroom stalls, where a policeman would come and was supposed to investigate, but instead took all the information through the drive-through window and never bothered even looking inside. So you see these three kids, 18-year-old Damien Echols, 17-year-old Jesse Miskelly Jr., and 16-year-old Jason Baldwin sat in prison for 18 years until 2011, when they were given the option to sign a deal that pretty much admitted that they were guilty, but given their innocence